know it's water, but I never be harmful. Who carnivorous? Appetite get diminished quick. Beef on a platter, the matter at hand to finish it. I'm a bigger chick, I won't eat a salad or sing a ballad. I break down self-bag it and hook an addict. Rule number one, don't listen, you'll start itching. For more, music heads at my door demand this shit. And I demand coin, I come from my rap lawns. Paying for a labor, save the blandishments. Yeah, it's Mother Nature in the building. But she a city chick. Fuck a hater and they feelings. Nah, I don't send them. The stun gun stun them. Fall in love something. My money, I'm love summon. Oh, behave. Ride the wave, I'm coming. Hey, everything I say is hot. I'm humming. Hashtag winning. I'm sick with it. Yeah. Fuck you mean I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen? Hashtag winning. I'm sick with it. Yeah. Fuck you mean I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen? Hashtag winning. I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen. Hashtag winning. I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen. I'm sick with it, I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen. Hashtag winning, I'm spitting that Charlie Sheen. Sick, I spit it like I got the hit.
Alright, y'all. What's up? You're back. This is the Jessica B Live Hour. We're starting the show a little differently this time. We're going to start off with our interview. I'm not going to be mixing today because I got not one but two guests. So that's what's up. And also, welcome back, Tyrell. Tyrell came back after his hiatus.
I'm feeling better.
He almost died on me.
Yo, I had to
like,
call
yo,
him.
where you at, homie?
It's different out here. I never been like that.
Homie had to call in sick.
I was like, what is going on? But I was sounding crazy. I'm back. It's
Yo,
regular,
I hope
regular.
you didn't bring back something from Egypt and like.
Ain't nothing from Egypt. You know, the weather was
like a
crazy.
delayed response for your sickness.
Yeah, that's what I was like, nah, it ain't
Yeah,
nothing
did that sand get to you?
The sand,
Because you
yeah.
did bring back some sand. And
I brought back the money. I gave you the money. Now you gonna get sick next.
Yeah, I know, right? I gotta watch out for myself. I got the money too.
You gonna get
said
sick
you brought
next.
back the sand. Lord knows how you brought it back.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Nah, I'm good. It's straight. It's the weather change. The weather change is crazy.
Right,
Like it went from 60, 65 to 30, 35 real quick. So that caught up with me crazy. But yeah, I'm getting there.
That's what's up, though.
Yep.
Welcome back. It's
Yeah.
great to have you back. I'm
Thank
glad
you,
you're feeling better.
Yeah, definitely.
It's lit.
Shouts to Merce. I love that song.
She is dope. Ain't she dope? Like, she's amazing. She's amazing. She's lit. But let's get right into it. We have our first guest for the evening. We have S.P.O.T. That's SPOT, which actually stands for, where's my book? Did you move my book? I moved my book. My bad.
See, I'm getting ready. First day back. I'm ready. It's some bull.
Yes, but yes, SPOT actually stands for Strategy Produces Overall Thought. Now, when you hear a name like that, you just gotta stop and think like, yo, this brother is something else.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, I gotta hear more about this. So, sir, would you like to introduce yourself and talk a little bit more about yourself before we get to the interview real quick?
Yeah, well, like you said, my name is SPOT, which is an acronym for Strategy Produces Overall Thought. I'm a hip-hop artist, independent artist from Brooklyn, New York.
Shout out to Brooklyn.
You know, shout out to all my people out there in Brooklyn. Shout out to all my Queens people, you know. And it's nice to be here tonight, you know. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. I really appreciate that. And I'm loving your dreads.
Thank you.
How long have you been growing them?
Over 20 years right now.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, turn around, let me see. Yeah, I can tell. Like, yo, like y'all can't really see, but like them things are long, like way down there.
Okay.
Shout out to my homie, the Marksman. He also is a dreadhead. And his dreads like look like a tree. It literally looks like a tree trunk. It's so thick and long. And the thing is, he's my height. So like he's my height with long ass dreads. Like look at him, like damn,
You gotta
homie.
cut that.
All your length is in
Cut
your
it
hair.
down. Do something. You can't have that too long now.
But
If you short, like.
I know, right? Because you like my height. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, homie. Like all your height went to your hair. It's just the game is just over for you. But that's what's up. But like, how did you even come up with that name? First of all.
Well, my brother actually gave my name the meaning. Initially, I was a b-boy for my brother's group, and my name was Spotlight at the time. And after the group split and everything, I just became Spot. My partner was Showtime, and he just became Show.
Showtime and stuff.
And yeah, so my brother, you know, it's just like everybody in my crew, you know, growing up, everybody's name had a meaning, you know. So
That's how it's supposed to be.
yeah, so that's what my brother gave me that name specifically after we did a track called My Catastrophe. And yeah, I mean, they just took heed to the way I was writing my lyrics, you know. They felt like I was really thinking about the things that I was saying in my rhymes and everything, you know. So at an early age, they gave me that acronym right there, strategy produces overall thought.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So y'all always been into music, or since young, or
Yeah, man.
your brother like influenced you or something?
Yeah, my brother, my parents, my neighbor, my neighbor growing up, he was trying to be the next Prince.
Okay.
So he was next door, playing the drums and the piano, the guitar, the bass, the horn, everything,
Oh,
So,
multi-talented. That's dope.
yeah, man. So I would hear that every day.
Right.
Aside from my parents, playing records, gospel, R&B.
Classics.
Yeah,
I feel you.
So that was like a regular thing, on the weekend, Pops would pull out the LPs, and play wax.
Definitely.
That type of thing, man. So I was always around music. My brother started doing music with his group, and then eventually, I started, writing a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So how long have you been an artist, like hip hop artist?
Well, it's been a couple of years. I've been working on the independent scene. Things weren't like they are now back then, with the internet and everything, having the exposure, being able to reach the audience that you could reach right now. So, I've been doing my thing for a minute, doing the showcases and everything in the city. And yeah, man, just on the grind every day,
Gotta keep it that way. Definitely.
So how do you feel about the showcases? I know, because some people are like all for it. Some people are like, showcases, they kind of take advantage of the artist sometimes. So like, what's your opinion on this is hitting me already. The showcases.
The showcases, I think the showcases serve a purpose,
Okay.
Like, I think it's like a prerequisite, like you gotta, it's like hip hop 101, you gotta touch the different showcases, and pay your dues,
Yeah.
And I know it definitely helped me with my stage presence and just learning the game, meeting different people, networking. I met a lot of people early on in the showcase circuit, that I'm still cool with today, Shout out to all my peoples out there, on the grind, man, still doing their thing,
Yeah, networking is a major key. Definitely, especially when you're on the grind and independent, networking, it works. Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Now, as I understand it, you have your own record label called Down to Earth Records.
That's dope.
Yes.
That is a dope
That's
name,
dope.
isn't it?
I like that.
That's a really dope name.
Yeah.
So like, what was like the most challenging part of starting your own record label? Because that's major in a way,
Well, I mean, just, doing the homework, learning the back end of the business, I was blessed enough to be able to go to college, and get the higher education on the game, you know what I'm saying, and learn the business side of things, and it made things a little bit more fluid for me, when I decided to start my label. And, I mean, some of the difficult things are, just, it's like that 5-10 year span, in the beginning where, you're working and, you're putting out money or whatever, you're not really earning anything in return, but just seeing people reacting to the music and, building that fan base and really having people out there that support my music to this day, it all paid off in time, so I'm just, I'm blessed to be here right now still doing it.
That's what's up.
And what college did you go to?
I went to NYIT.
Oh, that's out on Long Island.
Yes, I went to the Central Islip, NYIT, and I also went to Five Towns College.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I met a lot of great people, through both of those avenues, you know. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's right. So you are an educated black man. You ain't just somebody just coming up and decided, oop, I'm gonna own a record label. Oop, I'm gonna be
His
a
name is
hip hop
Spot.
artist. Like exactly, like the name says it all.
Yeah.
So like you doing the thing. Like you're a real artist. Like I respect that. Like
Appreciate
because a lot of times you get artists just wake up one day, oh, I'm a rapper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They wake up one day, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm a producer. I got a little do in my head.
Right.
I'm a producer right now.
You could tell who do it like for the love and it's the passion for it, And then there's other people who's like, let me get that check.
Yeah, that is true.
Clearly, it's a passion for this young man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
yeah.
So how many artists do you have on your record label?
Well, right now I'm the only artist,
Okay.
on the label. Back in the days, I had like 2 or 3 other people, that I was working with. But, through times, people got married, had kids and things like that. Some people decided that music wasn't the way for them, So I just, I got a lot of my homies, they hit me up, they see me working, and they're like, thanks for keeping the torch going, because a lot of cats, they just can't do it right now, for different reasons. And, I just made sure that I always make time for it.
Need that.
So, like, in the future, do you want to sign more artists?
Definitely. I'm always listening to, new talent. I like to listen to, like, the youth, the younger cats out there. And even some of the older cats, because, like, people feel like, they could put an expiration date on talent,
I can't stand that.
And I don't believe that, man. I feel like you find some of the best artists, later on, when they're more seasoned. They've been through it. Yeah, for sure. So definitely, I'd love to expand the label, and get other artists, and not just hip hop, just different genres, because I listen to everything, So I'd like to expand and do something, on a larger scale when the time permits.
So, out of all the artists who are like current now, like who would you want to sign?
Current artists right now? Wow, I mean, I can't really think of anybody right now. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because with that being said, the need or the want to sign somebody, there's a lot of cats that are just doing the independent thing, like right before you got here, me and my man, we was talking about it off the scene, and we were just talking about like how you got a lot of major cats like 50 Cent or who else? We got Fat Joe, that might get played on your radio station, because it's for independent artists, but these are guys that are major artists, that are known, worldwide, globally. And they're going the independent route, which a lot of cats are doing right now. Going back to like what we was talking about earlier, as far as the exposure that the internet gives you right now.
That's a gift and a curse.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it is.
It's a gift and a curse.
So that's
why. Depending on how you use it.
Yeah.
That's why I think you see a lot of people, going the independent route right now. Because there's really no need for the major machine as much as it used to be. It of course it always serves its purpose. You get that machine behind you, right? But at the same time, if you grind hard enough and you have a good work ethic, you can still get out there and do your thing on your own.
Yeah, you can, but like the thing when you have like a major record label behind you, it's like, I don't know, for some reason I always get the sense that your audience is exposed to you way more than if you were to be independent.
That's pretty
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could do that as an independent artist also, but not as much as far as the money goes. That's it.
Yeah, you
really, but
it's
ways.
To an extent.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would want to stay independent, basically, right? You wouldn't want to go major.
For the most part, man. I mean, if somebody presented me a opportunity that made sense, I would be all for it. But it's got to make sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I'm not opposed to signing with a major record label.
So
as long as the paperwork is right.
Which record label would you sign with?
Oh wow, that is a good question. I mean, I've actually had sit downs with a major before. With Def Jam.
Oh, okay. I actually could see you with Def Jam, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, the meeting went well and everything, but at the time, right now it's not really about the talent, and that's what it came down to, like at the time I was still building my social media following and everything, so my numbers weren't where they wanted to be, as far as like followers and song plays and things like that, but I do have a core following, people that go out and support my music whenever I put out material. And I appreciate all my people out there that, listen to my music and support me out there, So, I mean, that was Def Jam. I also got a look from Interscope at one time.
Wow.
So
That's major.
That is major.
That was interesting, and MMG.
Okay.
Shout out to MMG. But like I said, the situation has to be right, and I just felt like, the things that were being offered, I could do what I'm doing already, so I still have control of what I'm doing, which is very important to me, if you listen to my music, I put a lot of myself, into my music, you know. So
it's authentic then.
It's important for me to be able to express myself.
Yeah, I was reviewing your music, and what I noticed of a lot of it, it's to me, I found it to be more of spoken word, you know, not necessarily hip hop. So could you explain how you record your music?
Well, it's funny that you say that because my first rhyme ever started off as a poem. I wrote a poem to a girlfriend. I think I was in high school. I was in high school and I wrote a poem to my girlfriend, and I ended up taking the poem, and that was the first time I ever took like lyrics or whatever and broke it into like song format. You know, and made bars out of it, right? You know, and made a hook and everything else. You know, and yeah, I mean. That's how I started, you know, writing poetry, you know, and I think that's why my music is very personal, you know, because I dig from within, you know, I take from my personal experiences and also the things that my close friends, you know, my people are going through, you know, and that's what I put into my music.
Wow, that's what's up. Well, callers, if you would like to call in and talk to either myself or Spot, the number is 646-867-7220. That is 646-867-7220. We'll be here till midnight, of course. And if you're calling in, please turn down or turn off your broadcast. Otherwise, we can't hear you and you cannot hear us. So now we're going to go into your song, You're an Alien. Can you give a little backstory to the song? Because I was like... I watched the video, I was like, okay, and then I listened to the words. Like I said before, it sounds a little bit more spoken word-like, and I was just like, this is interesting. But I'm going to need you to explain it.
Well, Alien was just a cool track that I got. You know, I got the instrumental, and I got inspired by the hook that the producer laid down. And it made me approach the track like just from the concept of an alien, you know. So in the song, I'm describing the different characteristics of an alien, you know, an alien being an unidentified object, you know, and, you know, just describing the different characteristics of this person that's unique, you know, and, like, that's not your usual person, you know, so that's what Alien is all about, you know. I had a lot of fun writing that song, you know, and I really enjoyed it because a lot of the ideas and things that I had on that song, it just came, you know, it came naturally. You know, I put a little bit of my background in, you know, some West Indian flavor, you know.
All right, wait, where is you from?
My family's from South America, from Guyana and Suriname.
Oh, yeah. Wow. My family's from Grenada.
Okay, cool.
That's what's up.
My family's from the Bronx.
Yes, you have an American in the building.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, if you're from the West Indies, then you know that, you know, when you come to the country, you know, they consider you an alien.
Yeah.
You know. So I incorporated a little bit of that into the song also, you know, and I'm enjoying the feedback that I'm getting from it because it's not your typical hip hop song, you know.
It isn't, but it's different in a good way.
Definitely. So I was really excited about putting this song out, you know, and sometimes that's the hardest thing, you know. I was sitting on this song for a little while, you know, and I've been looking forward to putting it out, and I'm really excited with the feedback that I'm getting from this song.
That's what's up. All right, so we are going to get into You're an Alien by S.P.O.T. Here we go.
We bring you this special radio television broadcast in order to give you the very latest information on an amazing phenomenon. The arrival of a spaceship in Washington. The Army has taken every precaution to meet any emergency which may develop. Just a minute.
Kind of hard to get there, or...
She told me she was from Mars and I'm from Venus. Unidentified love affair, can you believe it? I see it in your eyes, baby, up all three of us. Love to see your spaceship, take me to your leader. I need your influx capacitor, ASAP. Got me going back in time, baby, tell me how you did that. This is off the charts, even better off the map. Come and sit on my lap, computer love couldn't stop that.
number. Thank you.
Two ears, 10 fingers, 10 toes. All I really wanna do is scan your barcode. You could hold my green card till I'm a citizen. Wedding bells made from seashells, so we let freedom.
How many voiceovers did you do?
You gotta bring the keys
like
and
two
your
or three.
back like everything should fit inside a capsule. Never let them capture you. I'll be the eyes and back of you. Put me on your watch list. I do exactly that for you. Too much anything is bad for you, but I ain't mad at you. Hella cute antennas pick up everything you do. Keep it true. They don't make you bother no more. Listen, I know what you want, so what you hiding it for? Huh? You're a shooting star, came a far distance. I know gravity makes it harder to resist this. A little bit of pleasure mixed in with the business. People taking pictures now, everyone's a witness. Flying saucers, sons and daughters, you're forever awesome. Telescopes in position, this don't happen often. Now I see the difference and I don't wanna miss this. Cross my fingers, hope to die and end up on the hit list. Waiting for the digits with the serial code. Body made of platinum and a heart made of gold. Thought I seen you before, but they don't make it no more. Listen, I know what you are, so what you hiding it for?
All right.
Okay.
So that was Alien by our guest Spot. So Spot, you want to plug in your social media real quick?
I just plug my website, down the number 2 earthrecords.com. That's down the number 2 earthrecords.com. You could get all the links, you know, my music, videos, my blog, everything is on the website, you know, link up, you know, free music downloads, everything, you know, keep in touch, you know, join the mailing list.
Or take advantage of the free music, y'all, because when these artists blow up,
Yeah,
everything
don't
changes. Everything changes once these artists blow up. So, who are your influences?
Well, definitely my parents. You know, my parents are my influence. You know, first and foremost. You know, just taught me. You know, hard work. You know, pays off. You know.
Yeah, you get what you put in.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Honestly, I think that was like the most honest answer I've ever asked anybody on this show so far. People are like, everybody lists like other artists, but like that was like the most honest and sincere answer. Like no one ever says their parents. They always say like this artist, that producer, this celebrity, blah, blah, blah. But like you're the first person that ever said my parents. I think you get much respect for that.
I appreciate it.
That's what's up. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's true. You know, I mean, I saw what they did. You know, just to provide. You know, for the family.
Yeah.
You know, so. At the time, you know, as a kid, you don't realize it, you know, when you're going through the struggles, you know. Mm-hmm. But when you get older and you realize, you know, that you're blessed that you don't have to do, you know, you don't got to go through certain things mm-hmm. with your kids or whatever, you know, it makes you appreciate them that much more, you know. So definitely, that's my inspiration.
Do you have kids?
I have a son.
Oh, how old is your son?
My son just turned 6 this week.
Aww.
Yeah. Shout out to my little man.
Happy
Junior.
belated birthday.
Spot Junior.
You raising a young king there. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, how do you like being a dad?
I love it. You know, I love it. That's my second inspiration right there.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. You know, I put a lot of thought into what I'm doing. You know, when it comes to the music because of him. You know, I think about my lyrical content. You know, and what it's gonna be in the future. You know, when he decides he wants to go on YouTube and look up my music and stuff. You know, he's already on the tablet. You know, browsing and everything, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing, artists, like, you gotta really be, like, conscious of what you're putting out there, because I'm quite sure some of you either have kids or gonna have kids or having kids on the way, and, like, you don't want your kids finding, like, crazy stuff about you, like, all these crazy photos and stuff. You gotta be, like, you really think about what you're putting out there before you just say, oh, I'm gonna put out a song or put out a commercial or whatever you're gonna do. Like, you're gonna have kids one day and they're gonna find this. Either somebody's gonna show it to them, or they're just gonna stumble upon it themselves, and they're like, oh my God, that was my mom, oh my God, that was my dad, like, no one told me these things. So, like, you always gotta be conscious of what you're putting out there. I mean, do what you want, but just, it's gonna come back some way or somehow.
Right.
Because, like, not to go too far off topic, but they just leaked Cardi B's picture recently. Or when she was like 12 years old, and like 12 years old, she was a little scandalous out there, and I was just like, damn, like, so I guess she was always gonna be that way anyway. She went from being a stripper to like now she's a hip hop artist. I don't know how that happened. Like, I don't know if she's writing. If she's writing her music, or is like her producer writing her music. That's what I want to know. Because if that's the case, I can do what she do. Like, she don't sound like she's doing much. I'm not trying to hate on her. She, what I mean, some of the stuff is kind of cool, but like at the same time, it's like I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then again, look at our president. Like, our president is Donald Trump. I think that should tell you anybody can be anybody in this country right now.
Says a lot.
Obama laid down the platform for black people to do anything. Now Donald Trump basically laid the platform for everybody in this country can do whatever the hell you want. You can be anything. Hell, I might run for president. Shit. Why not? Why not? I think I'll do a better job than Hillary. Yep, I'll put it out there. Once again, call us. The number is 646-867-7220. If you would like to call in and talk to Spot, hit him up. If you would like to call in, just remember that you have to turn down or turn off your broadcast. The number again is 646-867-7220. So, Spot, what is up next for you now?
Right now, I'm working on putting out my next single, which is gonna come out. I'm trying to put it out on January 1st. The name of it is Around the World, and I'm looking forward to putting out that single also. I think that's gonna come back to the hip hop feel. Like I had a good time with Alien, and now I want to get back to my authentic sound,
Essence. Yeah.
Exactly, so I feel like that next single is gonna do that for me. And aside from that, I'm also working with my man overseas in the UK, DJ Halabi.
Oh, shit.
And we're getting ready to put out an EP together early next year. So, yeah, I'm excited about that too, man. I'm just staying busy, staying active,
So,
definitely.
like, how do you feel like the respect is when you work with people overseas? Like, do you think it's completely different than when you're working with producers over here in the U.S.? Like, how do you feel about it?
I like it, I enjoy it, man, because like overseas, just the scene and the producers and the people over there, like it's still like real authentic hip hop, like they're still embracing like lyricism and things of that nature, lyrical content, so I fit in well over there, because they want to hear something over there. They don't want to just
turn up.
They don't want to just turn up, They want to hear some music that, is good, it's thoughtful, So yeah, I enjoy working with the artists abroad. I have a lot of my fan base is overseas.
Right?
So shout out to all my people overseas that might be tuned in right now. Stayed up late, woke up early just to catch the joint.
Yeah, because they're like what, 12 hours ahead of us?
They're 6 hours.
They're 6 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, man. I mean, I got family over there that stay up late to watch the basketball games. So
yeah.
I know they're definitely up right now watching. tuned in and everything, you know. One love.
That's what's up. So, like, if you had gotten, like, a major record deal overseas, would you take it?
Absolutely. If the paper's right.
Yeah, you
know?
would leave the U.S.?
Of course. Definitely. I mean, I've traveled enough, you know, to see that there's more to the world than just, you know, the 5 boroughs.
Thank you.
You know, and
Yes, he is a world traveler himself. He just
Yeah.
came back from Egypt.
nice.
Old fancy pants over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
man. So I mean, yeah, man. Once you get a little bit of exposure out there, you know, you see a couple of things. You know, you realize the world is large, man. You know,
Bigger than New York.
there's a lot of things
Yeah.
to see out there, man. You know, and the one thing I must say though, New York definitely preps you to travel the world. You know, like
Yeah.
definitely. I think you know, you get that street wisdom. You know, street mentality. You know how to take care of yourself when you go other places. You know, and yeah, I think that's a good element. You know, to take with you when you're out there.
Yeah. Good live, yeah.
Definitely.
Put it.
For the laptop, yeah, for that.
What you sipping over there? What is that?
Some rosé, man.
Oh, just rose.
Yes, he blessed us with champagne tonight.
Nice.
Like,
I
yes.
had to
tonight.
lay low off the liquor.
What happened?
No comment, man.
I'm sure.
No comment. I
I'm
was,
proud of you can't handle your
Like I
liquor.
said, all radio.
no, no,
Hot
on
seats,
radio.
hot
I said it right here, right now. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, it was just.
It was crazy. Yeah, I saw you was like touring all over the world. You was doing a 5-borough tour to people's houses. I'm like, where are you
I did
going?
6 out of 8 houses.
Where you going?
6 out of 8. I had to do it because I did a 12-hour shift today. I was like, they threw me the overtime. I took it. Why not? Why not?
Word, I lucked out, yo, because like they was like, oh, in my job, they was like, it was like a domino effect. I'm not coming in. I'm not coming in. I'm not coming in. I'm
I knew that was
like,
gonna
shit.
happen.
Then my boss, she's like, I ain't coming. I'm
I'll
like,
take it.
you ain't working. I ain't working.
I'll take it.
But then I was like, damn, yo, I could have gone to work and get paid to do nothing. Cause ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody gonna know.
It's a
I'm like,
blessing
yo, I
to
could have
them.
sat on my ass today. Get paid
I
for
watched a
it.
good
And get the time to have
4
for Thanksgiving.
movies, 4 or 5 movies.
I don't
Pretty
blame you,
chilling.
yo. I was like, damn, I lucked out. But my mom, she wanted to go shopping. Shout out to my mom. She wanted to go shopping. I was like, fine, whatever. We'll go shopping, whatever.
Oh, quick question. You got a favorite hip-hop album?
Oh man, that's that. You know what?
Like, you on the spot right now, I know. Like,
Yeah,
that's
man,
my fault, but
That's,
yeah.
that's,
like,
a tough one right there.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man. You know what? I say Brooklyn Zoo, man. Old Dirty Bastard.
okay.
Yeah, man.
Underrated.
Really? Old dirty man.
Yeah.
Listen,
Dirty Bastard.
underrated.
You know, a lot of people looked at him like for the comical side, you know, but
He was
he was a real artist, man. You know, a real artist, you know, that could do anything. And I think we probably would have seen him probably like in Hollywood, you know, doing movies or something like that, you know. Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Brooklyn Zoo, man. I was listening to that the other day, man. It's a great album.
See, I was coming over here listening to Ready to Die. I was just like, I just need to get that feel.
Yeah.
Ready for the show. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope though. That was a good album.
Definitely. Brooklyn Zoo.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, has anybody heard the new Tribe Called Quest album though?
I didn't hear it yet.
What?
No, I heard it was great though.
It is.
I heard it.
It's really good.
I heard that We the People joint.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
like that one.
That one was
That
dope.
one was tough.
Yeah.
I was at the street naming for Malik.
I missed it. Why'd you tell me, man? What's going on? I'm
You
living
know,
in
I'm
the same
from that.
borough.
You know, I'm from the north. You know,
Why
I'm
did you
there.
tell me, homie? I did not know that
I
was
got
happening
it,
until
homie.
after the fact. I'm like, why? What happened? Nobody said
I
nothing
posted
to
it
me.
though. Like,
Yeah, but you gonna say, yo, Jazz, they name the street, blah, 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 come down.
that's mad. You know, people I would have to head up.
Come on, yeah, but you gonna hit me up, though. I'm a priority. I'm on the show together.
You right.
I'm a
You
priority.
right. My fault.
Okay? This is material you can be using for the show.
Yeah.
It's all about me and you in the show right now.
There was a couple
You
people
failed.
there though. There was a couple people there. They showed love.
Yeah? It was good,
It was
though?
cool. Yeah. It was
I
nice.
still haven't gone to the mirror. I gotta go to the mirror, too,
Mirror
sometime.
was dope.
Maybe I'll go
I took my nephew to take some pictures there. dope. Dashiki and all. Sandals. It just came out dope.
That's adorable. Alright, so time around 11 o'clock. I'm supposed to have my second guest. She has not got here yet, but you have a little treat. I am going to do a little mini mix of Spot's earlier project, and then we will get into Vita. So Spot, before you leave, shout out all your social media, how to get in touch with you, email, all that.
Alright, well, you know, like I said earlier, you know, definitely go to my website, down2earthrecords.com. You know, I got the links there to all my social media. But for the most part, you know, if you go on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, it's all Spot Warner, S.P.O.T. My Facebook music page is Spot Warner Music. You know, link up, you know, like my page, comment, download some music, you know, let me know what you think, man.
Well, get it free while it lasts. Get it free while it lasts.
Yeah, get familiar with Spot, man.
That's what's up.
Real music, real dope music, real hip hop.
Definitely, man.
Get familiar, man.
I just want to thank Jessica B also, you know, for having me tonight, man. I appreciate it.
Namaste, brother. Well, namaste.
Namaste.
Are you a yogi? Do you practice yoga?
No, I don't.
Oh, you should try it. It's amazing. I practice yoga. That's why I'm so zen.
Nah,
all right.
One nurse Rose.
I know, right?
Different story.
Different story. All right, Spot, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate you. Like promised, I'm going to get to this little mini mix, and then we got Vita!
Always, man. Never thought I'd see Dave with some sweats. I never thought I'd see you with sweats.
Oh, yeah, it's that day.
It's one of those days?
Yeah, one of those days. I just threw this all out. That's it. Let me switch it up.
It's cold anyway, you got it.
Yeah, nah, listen, I've worn Timbs before, so I was like, you know what? You never see me in Timbs, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up, Sam. Switch it up. Yeah, I should do that.
You got different producers or?
Yeah.
Dope. I'm still learning the board, everything now. My man going to school, he said, you just gonna teach me everything he learned. I said, I'm gonna take it all in. He said, you're gonna give me the text and everything, I'm gonna just beat up on everything. I make beats on a like iPad and used to rap back in the day, just like one or whatever, but that was like, it is what it is. I don't know if I can still do it, but it don't go away, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, I be trying to make beats or whatever, so I'm trying to learn how to use the MPC and this and that, so I love it. Music is my life. Anything they own that, I love it.
I was born in this world, I didn't make it. The mother gives birth to the seed, we born naked. Vaccines, doctors say we need, so we take it. God's good, my God's great, but God's gracious. It takes a little time to find your way through the matrix. The good and bad times provide the signs, that's the basics. We put a lot of faith in idols, quick to grab the rifle. Then they have the nerve to quote the words from the Bible. Ready for takeoff, we ain't taking no days off. I'm skipping the appetizer, going for the main course. See, we in the latest, we playing the greatest hits. This is like the hemp paper roll with cannabis. That's double the pleasure's double the fun. Spot one of the villain, I'm chilling under the sun. One moment of silence for those that passed away. Give thanks every time you live to see another day. Turning into night, I'm putting in the hours. You didn't do the same, the same word as ours. How is that possible? We do it impossible. We doing it a long time. No wonder why the talent flew. Who would've dunk it? Collecting water out here with a hole in the bucket. Got blood in abundance, yeah. I know you know I love it. Sometimes I stop and take a minute to appreciate the blessings in the covenant. So, the government rules and regulations. If I say we got a radio station. tricks, but I'm smoking from the heart, reaching for the charts. Bitches wouldn't sign me cause they knew the kid was sharp. Now they looking back and thinking, damn, that wasn't smart. What we done is wrong and everything falls apart. Never let anybody try to play you like a fool. Graduated with flying colors, welcome to flight school.
All carry-on items should now be stowed securely, either in an overhead bin or all aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should now be clear. All electronic devices should now be turned off and stowed as they may interfere with the aircraft's navigational and communication systems.
Yo, Dave, peace, man. Spot, bro. Yo, money.
David mad hood right now.
I'm trying to get it right.
What's the banana foot?
I had to.
Got the banana foot. He put it away. Now don't put it away now.
No, I'm about to shoot y'all. I can't eat
Oh,
it. Can't do that.
That's hilarious.
A peach cobbler is like,
Oh, you made cobbler?
it's A-list though.
Last year I did the whole thing.
You should. Get in the middle. Oh, well, yeah.
Listen, all I know.
Last year I did everything. I did like turkey, all that. It was so much fun. I one dish.
On my mind, I did it all for the dope. She told me if love was a crime, I'd be one of the most wanted. You never see me running, ready to thump for something. It's just my image with me, myself and I. You know I'm always on the grind. I do that double overtime. Put my life between the line, play it back a couple times. Posted online, spot1.com. They say the game was meant to be sold and not told. So hold on, we ready to go.
She's like down here with it, like, we all here.
It's just short. Alright, I'm gonna make it look short.
I'm kidding. You know me.
He's alright.
You know me.
He's alright.
A picture's a picture.
Thank you for having me.
Alright.
Love it.
It's good, right?
Huh? Oh, that's going hard. That's the boss right there. That's the end of my segment. That's the end for my segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You got Instagram?
Nice to meet you. Forward to your project. Keep in touch, like, you know, thinking about things, you know. Usually I like to show, like, the first hour I'm thinking, and then I have like 2 jobs today, so I'm saying I have an hour to
I'm still dead.
But yeah, you know, we'll talk about that.
Like, why would people?
Definitely, come in. And they will respect you.
You don't need it.
That's your Cyber Monday.
No, they do Cyber Monday to Thursday night.
Definitely.
I'm trying to get a camera on Cyber Monday. Yeah. I need a video.
Video or part two?
Video
Part
of
two?
me talking. I mean, I like to take pictures a lot.
Okay, shutter photos. I would say, so you want something small or you want something like this?
It doesn't have to be, but I don't want like really small.
No, but I would just like different ones depending on how you're going to use it.
Like for videos, but like as like a second video. But I'm gonna use it for my own.
I'm working 10
Like promo pictures and
for 18 off the job that I was the 401k. Every day I'm putting something away.
That's the beat.
That was back in the days. Like one under the cuckoo's nest, I watch you struggle. My buzzer bubble, but who's the best? Move a muscle, my hustle, while niggas get oppressed. I'm closing deals so we can move on to the next. I give you all of this, what you gonna do with it? Mama didn't receive food or a stool pigeon.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
The reason that I do this is to complete the mission.
Y'all enjoyed it, man.
We started to the daily departed. Keep shining through the leaves and the forest.
You never find for the window before, right?
Yeah, but I still walk right past it. Like I still walk right past it as if I never came here before. And that's just how I am with the dark.
Get back to sipping. I hold you up to the light, you brighten up my life. Sky, this is for my mini-me. Live a nice life like I never had an enemy. I live for my family first, this won't be the last. Cruising in the fast lane, watching time pass. We could talk about the things that we had, or we could give thanks for the things that we have. No more living in the past, pay for everything with cash. Nothing lasts forever, always trying to do better. Never let the moment pass you by. We already know the stakes is high. Sometimes I think about the ones that died, just so we could have a better life. The ultimate sacrifice. Spike told me do the right thing at an early age in the land of the free, the home of the brave. The memory that stays from the cradle to the grave.
What's good? Jessica B.
What up?
Todd, put spot over there. Leo, yo.
All right, y'all, we are back. All right, y'all, we are back with our second guest for the hour, Vita. That's Vita Got Soul on Instagram and Twitter. Shout out to Vita, yo. She's like one of the many artists that, well, one of the few artists that hit me up on Twitter. I'm always putting it out on Twitter, music, blah, blah, this chat, and she actually emailed me her stuff. And I was like, I listened to it, and I was like, yo, this is pretty good. I was like, yo, you want to come on my show?
And I said yes.
And she said yes. And I was like, oh, snap. Because I was like, oh, man, her management going to hit me with the fee and saying, oh, well, she can't come and you got to do this. I was
Like that? Management?
That's what I thought was going to happen. But no. She was like, she responded quick, too. She was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. I'm like,
oh, that's love.
good.
Yeah, you gotta stay on top of it. Like, I try my best. And it's like, it's hard to do the business side sometimes. Like, I have people advising me and all that, but at the end of the day, you gotta know if you're slacking on something or not. And it happens. But I just knew, like, to, you know, build a relationship where it could be built. If, like, people are out there doing dope things, you connect in a genuine way. And that's just how it should work.
Thanks.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, how did you come up with the name Vita? Is that your real name or is that your stage name?
No, my government name is not Vita.
Okay.
It's Victoria, actually. And so, like, me and my mom actually came up with it because we were brainstorming, like, you know, what could I actually, like, answer to and everything like that. And then we came up with Vita because the same letters apply. And, like, V is, like, the first letter of my name. People, like, call me Vita anyway.
And Vita is in your name.
Yeah, like, if you take out the letters,
you take out most of the letters, you got Vita. So.
But, like, you think about it, like, I'll answer to it because it still, like, sounds, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
like
Victoria, like, yeah. And, like, you think about it, like, Robin is Rihanna. So it's like, I didn't want to, but it means life in Italian as well. Like, there is definitely meaning behind the name.
Oh, so you are Italian?
Yeah.
Okay, 100% on both sides? Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'm still full from yesterday.
Yeah. Still. I know y'all Italians eat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good.
Because y'all don't have turkey, y'all have fish, right? Or is that for Christmas?
That's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve we do like the dinner of the 7 fishes or something. I think it's 7.
Yeah, it
hope
is.
so.
I've been to an Italian home. I was like, wow, y'all really eat like this. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I don't think my grandmother sat down like one moment yesterday though. Oh, she was running around like a maniac.
You were helping her, right? Like, you weren't letting that woman
She's a type that's like not. Sit
down, right?
Sit down. Every 2 seconds, someone's coming around trying to take your dish from you, like, because they're so like compulsive with the cleaning afterwards as well. And I know that she's watching right now. She's like, oh my God, They're talking about me. I know she's watching. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
shout
cool
out to
like that.
Granny.
That's
Yeah.
the grandma.
Yeah, I want to be at your house though. For real. If it's clean like that, I want to be at your house.
Shit, she's still full from yesterday. I know.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
like,
She's still full from yesterday. I'm
There's so
starting
much
to eat
food that,
too.
because I live in the basement of my grandma's house, and like I have the apartment and everything.
You lit.
Yeah, and so she's starting to put food. That's how much food we have. That there's food in my fridge from like there's not enough room in the fridge.
Yeah, you got food for next year, yo. That's lit. That